Blessed love family, give thanks for your presence with us. Thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie I. What a joy, what a majesty that this is a moment we could come together and of course appreciate the time that is at hand. Of course, the Sabbath moment is here, and even giving thanks for the Lenten period. Now, even before we go into the little presentation here, as the PRO of the EABIC Upliftment Committee, I would just like to announce to the fullness of members of such a committee, and of course, all members of the Ethiopia-Africa Black International Congress, I would just like to announce the upcoming reasoning or meeting, which is scheduled for Sunday, the 19th of March, which is really this Sunday, which is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I see here 1 p.m. JA time. So I am assuming that Eastern Standard Time would have switched again. Eastern Standard Time switches every now and again. I don't really follow up with it. I like to give my time in Eastern Caribbean time. So I'm getting the impression that 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is now 2 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time, because it will be 1 p.m. Jamaican time. So when Eastern Standard Time switches, it tends to align with Jamaican time. But I assume now that it has switched back, and that is why now it's 2 p.m. All right. So those of you who are in Eastern Standard Time, it's 2 p.m. And those who are on Jamaican time, it's 1 p.m. And it will be a Zoom presentation. And the Zoom link, you can see the Zoom link, it's 667-244-9694. So the Zoom link will be 667-244-9694. So if you are a member of this Ethiopia-Africa Black International Congress Church of Salvation, and you would like to, partake on this progress report meeting, meaning that we will be giving you a outline on what has been being done thus far since this upliftment committee has been formed. And of course, this is not any faction, this ain't no branch thing or anything as it relates to the EABIC. This is the EABIC, our fathers, King Emmanuel's Congress. But for sure, there are some concerned members, let me put it that way, who would have gummied themselves to literally do what they could do in the whole aspect of going forward with the works. That's all it is. That's all it is. So we are asking again for the full family of the EABIC, as much as possible, to be a part of this reasoning this Sunday, again, which is the 19th. Please pass the word along. And of course, you could share that link, that Zoom link, which again is 667-244-9694. Beautiful. Interestingly, that day is the sunset hike to Green Castle Hill. So, of course, definitely I myself will have to be a part of that. And since I mentioned that, let me also just highlight again, that is Sunday, the Green Castle Hill hike. Of course, those who want to be a part of it virtually, you also can be a part of our hike to Green Castle Hill, the sunset hike. And that is, well, this same Sunday, which is the 19th of March. And of course, it will be at 4 p.m. And that is for those who will be there virtually. Those who are coming there physically, you got to be there by 3:30. You got to be there by 3:30. But for those who will be joining us virtually, you know what to do. That hike will start at 4 p.m. So just contact us. You don't know the website, you don't know the email address, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com for more information on the virtual hike, that is. But again, you need no more information as it relates to this upcoming reasoning. It is just for you to put in your Zoom link and be there on Sunday. Again, Sunday, the 19th day of March. Beautiful. Now, of course, we're going to give you some spice now, even for the Sabbath moment. As you know, every Sunday, right here on Radio Anu, we have a program entitled Welcome to the House of Priests. This upcoming program will be our 7th program. We should have the Honorable Priest Earl with us this Sunday. And everything is happening Sunday. So this is going to be 8 in the evening Eastern Caribbean time. So whatever Eastern Standard Time, I believe it would be 8 now, but just be there in Radio Anu from early, man. And as I said, we're going to have a wonderful program this Sunday. And more than likely, we'll be continuing the reasoning on the Lent. So that's Radio Anu, 7 p.m. sharp. So what I'm going to do, family, just to give you a vibes, I'm going to give you a touch of, more than a touch, of the program myself and Kes Westmore did on Sunday, House of Priests, and we were reasoning and discussing the whole aspect of smoking, Sabbath, and during the Lent. A discussion that you would find very interesting. All is well.
All is well, my Lord. All is well. Give thanks.
Thanks to the fasting and praying going through.
Oh, my Lord, give thanks and give thanks to Sabbath that got you, you know. Real journey going through right now.
Right. Yes, enough different things happening in the earth and even amongst I and I, but
yeah, all heap of things. Fasting and prayer is a real revelation.
Yeah, he's a mystic, you know, even as you said that, you know, just today me and an honorable priest Jaman having a reasoning on that level there about how things happening. And you know, he was saying, you know, that during the Lenten time, you know, enough people has changed. This is his perspective. He said, yeah, man, he said, people that you know from how long, they just change on you and start act strange. This is just from his perspective. So I asked him, so why you think so? What do you think that is about? You know, he said that, well, this is a time when a spirit moving through. And especially if you're not holding the fast, the spirit can just grab you up and use you any way you want to use you. But the man that keeping this fast during this time, he believe in that spirit pass with you a lot. Then when you go fish market, you see fish with 3 eye and 1 eye and all kind of thing.
Judgment.
Yes. To the sea cleaning out itself, you know, they know the king's thing.
Yeah.
So just today he bring it up, you know, and say, well, so when a man not holding this principle that King Emmanuel give us, he open to anything. So I say, okay, that's interesting. So yeah. Yes, my Lord, but everything is blessed, you know. Give thanks, going through cutting and clearing. And you know, this evening I said that we, as you know, we go into the 40 day and 40 night, and let me say that the tradition. This is our 6th program, eh?
Yes, honorable.
Yes, an honorable elder said that he would try his best. You know, he said more than that, you know, but I just giving him a little room just in case, you know what I mean. So, but he was more affirmative than that, than try best. So maybe I should damper what he said. He said he would join us on the 7th program. But I still giving him the room because anything can happen. So, you know, it's pure understanding. But I know he will be here sooner or later. But he did say that on the 7th program, you know, he will come in and chatter with us. And so we definitely looking forward for that honorable elder when he come in and sit with us, which will be next strong, you know.
God.
Yes. But you know, from the first, if it's not the first, you know, either the first or second program that we did when we were on the Sabbath reasoning, from that time, one has been asking about and I'm gonna use this term because this reasoning gonna get deep, about the smoking. as it relates to not just Sabbath, but even Bobo Shanti and then into the Lent. Now, it is interesting because as Bobo Shanti, some say Bobo Ashanti, which is a good reason for us to get into that too, the Ashanti and the Shanti. But anyway, so one's as, asking, but us as members of the Congress, we do have some what we'd consider some mystic stipulations, even when it comes to partaking. Now, before I come in, let me just draw it even for because we have a broad audience, and still you have to make ones understand that the cannabis, to take it from even them levels, the cannabis are the marijuana. This is anciency we're dealing with now. I mean, many of us we grew up hearing about the weed and pot and all of these different things. But when you take your time to understand history, I'm talking about the ancient medical pharmacology books and scrolls, cannabis in China and India, and the Ebus papyrus, cannabis or hemp or marijuana, as they call it now, has always been seen at the top of the list. And then now, when it comes to psychoactive plants for psychedelics, this is not dope, and this is not nothing about high and all of these things. Actually, the whole aspect of the DMT and psychedelic reaction with creation is an ancient thing, So going into a different realms, it's just a natural thing, and there are plants and things prepared by nature just for that. Just like you can eat something and it put you to sleep, or you eat something and it wake you up. You have things that you can eat and go into the parallel world or go into a next dimension. That's just what it is. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm just saying that even for the aspect of the audience that is new to even that, with an understanding that the cannabis, although it has been, ostracized and criminalized and all of them lies that they put up on it, this is an ancient thing. That's why we see Melchizedek and the Christ come with the chalice. Now, for those of us who comprehend that as well, from even coming into Bobo Shanti, I would hear the elders speak of a time, because remember, this is the next thing when it comes to this order. This is a progressive order. It is no offense, it's only now it kind of stagnant and reversing, Sorry to count some cows there, but I didn't count any cows. But still, this is a progressive order that is something that is continually growing. And I want to tell you, well, listen, there was a time when, I one definitely couldn't bring no tobacco into like the campus. It's like enough Boba Shanti smoking tobacco now. That was definitely a no-no, for sure. I would hear some elders speak of a time when you couldn't even bring rappers, Rizla, as they call it, which make you think now, so what are you supposed to use? Yeah, ones will talk about trumpet leaf and but to me, the Father teaching us that the heights is the chalice. I could tell you, I could call a name, the Honorable Priest Akil would say that they have a priest, which I never met, Priest Jackie. And he said Jackie does roll King Emmanuel. It is not spliffing. I asked Priest Akil about that.
Yeah.
He said, well, Priest Jackie does roll the spliff on them and have them on the table for Jabba. What time is a man I see smoke them thing? I never see the Father pick up them thing.
All right.
So I said, all right. I mean, I ain't saying you never, I don't know. But everyone know King Emmanuel as a chalice man. Which now bring me to certain things that I always find interesting. Now, yeah, I know that there's a certain aspect of our mourning principle. And I know this is what ones are really asking about more than anything else. Where it says, notice. And here it started. He said, notice. as if you were dazing, gazing off dreaming or something. Like, wake up now, hear this part here. Notice. All smoking ceases. from
Yes,
10 p.m. Friday evening to 6 p.m. Saturday evening, ending of the closing hymn, Sabbath closing hymn, and the international anthem. All right. I remember the first time I hear that on a roll call, right at the beginning of the first time I ever hear that. And I go straight back to, I know where I was resting and the bridges them that was around.
Yeah.
Priest Harold, Priest Jermaine, Priest Prince. The first morning I hear that, very first time, and I bring that up. I say, my Lord, I hear thing this morning. So someone say, yeah, man, but you safe, that really is for guests and visitors. One man said that guests and visitors. The next man said, well, a man free enough, but they have to just do it inside the gates. Because this man now, this man on a Sabbath fall asleep and burn down. And over the years, they get a similar. And then the next one say, well, true enough, man does burn out through the night and can't wake up in the morning to come Sabbath service. Just tell man just cut off at, at 9, at 10 o'clock. And then still enough man then I hear next. Over the years, I get in different variations. This is from top elders. Man will tell you, well, my lord, Sabbath time, enough man just come up on the altar and you can smell the smoke on them. And so Jah just cut off that. And I say, wow, this is something else. Now, still now, as a scientist myself, and I'm not going to even go too far into this, as a scientist, what I know is that the hormone, and the eye is a scientist too, the hormone melatonin is released more at night and serotonin more at day. And from my understanding, the intaking of the cannabis encourages the secretion of the melatonin. Now, in certain circles, not even Rasta, there's certain people that do not smoke in the day. Period. Not no Emmanuel or they just don't do it because they, as maybe chemists, going to tell you that is encouraging the release of melatonin in the day, which they consider it not supposed to be. But anyway, I'm going to free up the floor to the eye, my Lord. King Emmanuel, I.
Give thanks, priest. Give thanks for the order of King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. Give thanks to the elders from that time to this time because, things happen and things are put in place because that is how it is, but from creation. Everything has a beginning, white God here, you understand? Mm-hmm. From creation, and as I say, is an order, you're moving on. Mm-hmm. As you're evolving things with the that's why sometimes we speak of it, say, this man might be in classroom and this man might make a child. Is a art like a 1,000 years out of Babylon is like one day in the courts of the Lord. So you see, enough things can miss there, see. And just as I speak of it, it's a thing that has been going through enough young ones. Whole heap of young ones go through that and they hear different things. So because of the different things, it kind of confuses a lot of young ones. And they will ask different persons. Understand? Probably they might look to a man like, say, that man in the order and long time. Let me ask him. He's an elder or like how that man they stand up in the order and he's a man that try all the principles. Let me ask him. So I hear different things. You understand? Now, the Congress, in my perspective, seen through the eyes of what sets him, The man say, I come in the volume of the book. I delight to do thy will, oh my God. You understand? It is written of me. So there's a generation that is coming, and blessed are those who have not seen but they fear constant being. There's a generation that comes, and the generation that is coming now will see that principle unless a man go and change the principle, and it go down the history say that was there and that changed. You see? So, yeah, so it is there. Now you will have ancients will tell us the burner with the father in the morning. Yeah. And the father sup him chalice and then give them. Now the father sup him chalice. Now this is my reason. The reason. Like the father sup him chalice and give you a supping in the morning. Did he tell you to go to the field and tell them that I give you a sup in the morning so they can sup in the morning? You understand? Because, sometimes the Father reveals certain things to you understand? And as you go in the heights, just as how the Father see inside of you then, and say, this man is a man, yeah, man, him can come, and you, as long as going through the priest, you will see, if you see an angel, if you might do it, an angel who you could share this moments with. But at the same time now, man say no fire not supposed to be kindled on the Sabbath day. Understand? So kindle mean put light to something, fire to something. Understand? So if you notice Bobo Shanti all the time now, Bobo Shanti have a lamp. Because we're supposed to have a lamp that is always lit. You see, it's so someone burning chalice. When you look at it again, Sabbath service starts 6 p.m. Right after the international creed, and the service go up and end around 9 p.m. according to the Constitution. So I'm gonna have 1 hour time for burning herb and everything.
I just want to ask a quick, I'll make a comment right and I go cut you, mate. Just quick. Is it possible to light a fire, like a ceremonial fire from, let's say I have a fire that never out. It just never out. It's there before the Sabbath start and it's burning, just like our lamp would be burning. And then it there. You might have to put wood in it, maybe. I don't know. What you think that's
people have to put wood in it. Now, if I should look at the virgin in the valley over next door, them do a thing like that. But coming to the Father, I've never seen that except when we say Bingy I got you on the firelight and coming to the Sabbath. I never see that still. True. You see it? It's just the lamp I know forward. Now, if I study prophecy and history and everything, and we speak up, because we speak up, I live in the Bible, as the Father showed, and I say, his Sabbath has been greatly polluted. True. Right? So, to which part it come now? And if you're studying the art, then like you clean up Melchizedek order to see where it is now. Right? And we're coming to that perfection. You realize certain things, like for example, the Sabbath, no smoking, it has really gone taken out of place. Remember the earth, nothing is supposed to touch the earth, no fire not supposed to kindle the earth. A man they burn him spliff him, a walk and smoke. You see it, but going into that now, the realms as the eye, because the eye burn a testimony. Now the first time when I just reached in a camp, because I reached in the foundation, it was on a Thursday. Right? So therefore, I never get the Friday morning roll call. I know I burn, then the time that I know burn spliff, I know burn riz and everything, there's just trumpet. And we come forward and just trumpet. And there's a science of the trumpet too, real science in it too, You say a voice like a trumpet? Yeah, man, a real science in it also. So anyway, so the Sunday now I go roll call. And when I go roll call, I hear this principal say, smoking cease and 10 p.m. I say, what? So same time I just realize every day, it's like, I take me as a young youth to come and say, what? Jah mercy endured forever, man.
Same thing with
Judgment me couldn't get there,
Oh, no.
You see it? So I and I are looking at myself,
Man, the same thing with I.
You see the Sabbath? I'm on taking in the first real Sabbath service, in the morning until lunchtime, and there was something in that I cannot eat. I feel full. I say, my God. Feel joy because from that Sunday day roll call, I am taking in every bit of roll call. I remember Friday, I'm a priest. That was a prophet at that time. I was another priest, Alan too. Prophet Alan at that time. He's a royal guard, and him come for on a Friday morning early to go look firewood for the kitchen. And he come check and I see me. So I said to him, so no roll call and go on this morning. He said, yeah man, roll call with the kitchen want some firewood. I said, no man, I just duty for it first. After we done that, we do that. I'm going to go to roll call. So I know say it's a whole strong I taking roll call. I mean, I coming out for the service. I see someone at a gates. You're supposed to know them gates right below the palace. That's where another priest Tiger and them man they used
Yes,
to be
yes, yes,
at the
yes,
gates. And
yes, yes. Yeah,
there's a
man.
young prophet at that time there, because that man must have just prophet and there, because angels and that gates never get the priest. And I said to the man, like it's a young youth, I see smoking him, Charlie, him swift, and I said, you know, say no smoking. I said, little youth, and me humble myself. I mean, I say, you know, say no smoking not supposed to go on the Sabbath. I just see a man just rush roll from nowhere. I never see this man come out and, hey, me not smoking on Sabbath. Hey. And start saying, place a bun down and them thing. And then me and myself now and say, boys, a man that was before me and everything.
Yes,
so I just humble myself and go try. I say, but me, I not smoking. You see it now. Every one of them are experienced, because I know that when I close smoking from 10 p.m.
Of course.
It's that first pull that I get off a chalice, off a kite at that time after 6 p.m. It's different than any other time. Different than any other time. You see, now, going into further, you know, within I understanding within this culture is this. As young angels come and build, I don't encourage no young angel, and I even encourage a one have to make a decision in himself, but I don't encourage no one. So because the principle says so you can smoke, you will never hear I tell you say you can smoke. It's not I that come to your comfort and get the principles, everything. You must feel what you feel in yourself and know. The man say if your right hand do something, the left hand don't know. That means say, if you and your father, because as another priest I say, no one can keep the Sabbath holy for you, but you have to do it for yourself.
True,
and they say you have to, what you want to abide by, what you want to abide on the hill, can you live to every principles laid out by the Father? So it have a lot of things that check you in yourself when you deal with this honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. Although I'm on let's say in Burn, Charles, and so on. So when I look at certain things right now, at the present moment, if it's some 10 p.m. Friday, and I don't think it is right, if I have any praise for the walk and a smoke, a walk or a smoke in the midst of young angels. That's why you see, all the other setup, if you read it to the fullness of it, even some prophets and them thing that they won't be around the priest at them time there too. You see, it's the 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. it have so man will tell us that this burn down and this burn down. So the whole fullness enough for you're not supposed to kindle the Sabbath. And if it cause you, what if your donkey drop in a hole one time, you have a time a different place next Sabbath. So whatever cause an offense over the Sabbath, certain things put in place that's happen again. That's man probably have to go for water, and probably one robe him have and one white him have and water flash and him mud up and all of them kind of thing there. It is good to do good on the Sabbath. She won't go out of fire. No more service here for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, step on your veranda clap.
Like how Asian Babylon did that time. You see, so it's just that now. And then the thing is that you said something before, and I would like to touch it because personally, I sit in myself and I see a man get a nice jar herb. A man give him it nice na the Sabbath there, but you are going on the Sabbath now. The altar needs strength, the service needs strength. Once everyone in that service, they need strength. Once you're fit because the man said the only reason why you're not that Sabbath service is if you're sick, when you dwell on the foundation. And you're not walking for another piece of the herb, you walk for tobacco. You see, it's you're walking now on the Sabbath, they pull out yourself. So imagine now, not judging a one,
Yeah, man.
But you look on the whole fullness of yourself now. Say, the man say, if you keep him there holy, not doing your own pleasure, not doing your own thing.
It's true, man.
That is Melchizedek, If we should refrain from doing our own thing on the Sabbath day. You understand? You walk all over the place just after you get the tobacco, now you look for your Rizla. So a hymn can pass you, a chant pass you, definitely some psalms and some wonderful culture pass you. So you find out now it's just any and anyhow. So which that any and anyhow now, just as people talk about the principle were breakdown within that realms, then it has a point where it break down from to where it lead to right now. That's when you tell a youth about smoking, you see, him probably strike you as an elder where they come long time to until they say it's so, which I've seen, you see. So the whole principle of this, my lord, because you see, in the morning there, in my realms, there's a heights that I've gone into. You see, Melchizedek order, we know that the herb and everything linked with Melchizedek order. Food linked with Melchizedek order too, you know. Food important, you know, by right at 3 times a day, but the man still come with fasting.
True.
You see it? So it show you enough things, show you self-control, you know, and them things, you know. Now, I will tell an individual, a man probably say him have to burn him chalice to go up on the altar for a meditation. You see, when you and I go in the circle of the Father presence within man and man, and in yourself of self, and go on the altar, and you tune in with yourself, your spiritual self, your God self, and go forward, go do a work. There's a height that bring you, there's an energy that bring you to a different level of heights that nothing else could carry you to. But that linking of spiritual realms in yourself. You understand? So everyone within himself, you know, but I am speaking of my testimony as a man said, no smoking from 10 p.m. because even in I gates, and I depend on every priest power and every priest who and priest Donovan, that gates is a gate that will a principle of that. No prophet can come up on it and say I smoke and all of them things there. No one, no priest will come for the Sabbath or sleep, and that is what that gates all has.
No, the idea, man. Remember, the idea hold it down in time.
Yeah, we just hold it at that. And I know judge the next man gate or whatever, you know. But we just hold it and we say, this is what I say upon this gate. Is it?
Remember them times, man.
Yeah, man. But if I see an elder, I burn him chalice in the morning thing, I have nothing to say, you know, because he's an elder before me, sit up with the Father and everything. You understand? I know what I do. He know. You see what I'm saying?
Right, naturally. Right.
Yes, so many things a man see, you know, and him have to be beware, be careful what him does follow. Adhere and to. Understand? As I say, I don't teach any young ones that.
Naturally. But no, this one here, this one, of course, in terms of them straight, man, it's a powerful word, but this one now, tell me what you think about this one, and then you can even continue with it seal. Yeah. Now, this one is a heavy one. Leading priest now. The leading priest. You know, and I like to see man come off the altar and say, especially the man that carrying the service. But in my expression of that, I want to show me, well, you know, my Lord, the man that carrying the Sabbath service. Well, I know that too. I know that. You usually go to the Father for the closing hymn.
Sure.
Yeah. And this priest tell me, he can come right on this program and say it himself, and I'm gonna say who right now. And tell me when you go for the closing hymn, you have to take a draw before you come back on the altar. Sabbath you talking about it. Because I specify, say, Sabbath morning talking, Sabbath morning. Wow.
Him says if I say, him have to take a draw.
With the Father talking them, when he go for the hymn day. Well, as in every man testimony different.
Every man testimony different, and that is true. I've heard that already. The priest and him check the father and go each father of him chalice. Father just give him a sip.
Yeah,
No.
Sabbath morning at that here.
Man, I never hear what the Sabbath morning still, but now
Well,
what the service
that's
man
why
priest.
I tighten it in just to make sure. And I
Yes.
know hallelujah. I hear man said about morning devotion. And
Right.
right. So yeah.
So I
But,
said something when you said something from before.
mhm.
And what I had said before is that did you get the words you must send it as a law?
No, as you say, yeah.
All right.
You're
So that
totally
is the thing, you know. So the
true.
Father
Yeah.
revealed things unto angels in different. A man couldn't come and say, no, so that is why I do that still. There are things that you can show and say, that is why I do that. That's why you will say I do that. But there are things you can say it and like, yeah, man, you're all right if you do it. You see it? So different realms.
And as I said, even just, I gotta bring this reasoning into the Lent, but even before, as I said, even on the scientific, come on, experiment with some of them things too, when you really, you hold your meds early before the sun then, let's put it this way. It's almost like a day fast, burn when the sun up, let's put it that way. Which is usually early in the uprising and late in the night. And unless you're tired, them is the two best time really, everyone to really hold a deep meditation.
It is true.
Before the sun come up and
after
in the night
down.
and even the psalmist say, I even rise up in the midnight hour to
Give
give
thee
you
thanks.
to give you thanks. So
Man.
so that time do have a
Midnight I will
mystic.
praise thee.
So I just checking it out even with the Father's instructions, because coming out to the same Lenten moment again, how I hear it is that when a man keeping a cup fast, you do not burn. You burn, but you have to burn
early
before psalm reading and anything.
Yes.
It's only a little later I hear man saying, well, if you burn, you have to break the fast some other how. That's why I was saying, well, listen, I believe that if is just true man gas is not sturdy with the with because I believe if was there in the beginning, I believe it was head. If you keep it cup fast, you're not supposed to. You're not that you're not supposed to. You wake up early,
Right.
you burn go through, and then after you break the fast, you can go and do that. And all them things there, well, is a discipline. Number one. Again, you're supposed to be in service. This is another thing. Most of this, the time frame that the so-called smoking not supposed to happen is when man's supposed to be in service, when you're watching very good. And then Bobo Shanti is a different thing than
I said 5 o'clock in the morning the service starting a priest.
There you go. Till midday. So I mean, and we don't really take smoking, believe in that thing. Not when the service time. Especially as altar man. Anyone. I don't really like to see ones walking out and so when.
No, because you see, the eye speaker is a terrible, you see, it's a powerful thing that the eye speaker, but I let the eye see up and then I'll say.
Yeah. Well, hold that. Yeah, keep that point there too. They walking out when it's, especially when it's Exodus 20 and 31 and man.
Wow,
take our robe and talk amongst themselves and then come back into the play music and all kind of man, not just the musician, all kind of well, even man come off the altar and so take our robe and this. Yeah. But the reality is now, as I was saying, is that the science with the smoking, and then that's the next thing again. This is another thing. I don't want to get technical, but there are some ones that not only is chalice, they don't smoke split. That man that right now is just steamer alone they are. Steam.
Yes.
No. Because man use that argument, and say, well, the reason why Jada's pull his chalice because Jana smoking a split, It's spliffy talking about, but this is different.
Yes.
So with the steamer now, I guess a man might want to take it to another level. But the Lenten moment, though, again, I find that the chalice is like a comforter too during that time. Like even as I say, different phases I go through. So even when I keep in the first set of times, I keep in the 12 to 2. I would do that same thing there. I would burn early and don't burn throughout until I break that fast. But how I start, then growing in the order, I hear the reasoning that, what the cup fast really is, within the tabernacle, and you get a good understanding. And, I said, well, okay. I can't remember who the priest is, but I remember reasoning. And I said, so what about, partaking or burning, during that morning? I said, you're free, man, you're free. That's when tabernacle thing going on. So, oh, yeah, okay. So that's how I start to do that. But as I said,
right.
For me, the chalice is a comforter, real comforter during the time of the
fasting there.
I see. Yeah, but yeah, I was saying, no.
Yes, Chris. Give thanks to the comforter, man. It's a real thing. There is saying still towards it. So the other day I was speaking about coming off just to smoke. You understand? Because during carrying eye service, when I carry service, remember the whole current that is there, the full-fledged current is there. When I know the works that I pushing through, remember 5 o'clock in the morning there, it's a mass, 5 o'clock mass that gone up. So getting ready for every time there. If you know, so the service go up 5. Not going in the tabernacle 5, That means you're in the tabernacle already,
Not 5:30.
Not 5:30. Because one at a time, should not go in time, I hear someone say 6 o'clock. Some say, no, man. Someone say 5:30. Say, no, they 5 o'clock. So 5 to 12 is 7 hours. This is the day. If you study the other part of Sabbath day, it's a 7.
Yes, God.
7 hymns, 7 psalms, 7 golden candlestick, 2 fishes, 5 loaves. Sabbath there. So the teachers is there in the classroom to make sure, because when you put an important lesson, like I was speaking to a person the other day and I found that someone said, the educational system of the world right now, one of the strongest place educational system, them get good results from the youth, them is Finland. And I say, And them say, yeah, and him say, it says 3 teachers in each classroom. I said, what? Yes, there's one there to relate it, and there are one there if they don't get the fullness of it, to break it down to them, and one demonstrate it. So 3 of them I say, wow, King Emmanuel are really the first anointed teacher, and the 7 teachers to make sure that the subject taught well. So in the classroom, especially Exodus chapter 20 and 31, it's a crucial lesson that is to be taught where it right now, I put inside the people. This is the thing where it have written upon your heart, and no mistake can speak. That I say that one man speaking for seven man. It's one man speaking through 7 man, but it's not one man alone. They are speaking. It's 7 man going to speak for the one man. So therefore, if there's an error, there's a mistake, there's a verse that miss, this lesson must not be taken slightly. So it's not where it's like everyone come off, and when you check it out, a one might come off, and I don't know what kind of break a man can't go at the free house or something different, But if it's to do something else,
no, man, not for this one.
No, not for that one. You're at work. You see, so you put on your robe, your armor in the morning, and you do everything you're supposed to do in the gates. You when you leave to go to the generator, it's like you're going a war tanker. You're going on a spiritual mission, a real mission. Is like it's just one focus till this war is over. Until this is done, 5 to 7 hours. This is what needs to be done. No kind of thing, nothing like that. I know the musician will be playing mightily and probably sweat, and the musician probably just want to go make him blow out, and I understand all of them part there too. But as I said, if it's for something else, if it is for something else, no.
I had the MC call him name. Do you want more?
Yeah. Yes, it's yeah, man, it's a realms priest. It's really a higher realms in that. You just understand? Because it's like the Sabbath day is a thing, priest. Even if a pin drop over there, sir, you don't want to miss your pin, the drop. And everyone see all the pin drop mystic.
Well, no mystic, you know. Now that I wanted to say something else on a level with the smoking, but not with the restrictions. But before that, you know, next elder show that during the Sabbath now, because as I said, you get all angle, you know. There's even show I the example is like a calabash thing. I don't know if you come across this, where you put between the kochi and the like the bubbler part of the chalice. So the fire now, like the fire that's spilling out of the kochi,
it don't drop on the earth.
In the drop on the earth. Do you ever see that amongst any?
No, but I
is a real elder show me that?
Yeah, but I hear people talk about it already, because man set it away, because today the fire mustn't touch earth.
Right.
So even that where a man, you see the heights of a man in with himself, you know, say, all right, him respect the life, everything that's going through, that him don't want a fire touch.
It might just be for Friday night too, eh? So no,
yeah.
Right, okay, true.
Right, so that's no fire not touch earth. You don't want no fire touch earth, because the earth at rest.
Yeah, man.
The earth at rest.
It's a really holy day.
Yeah, so putting a skirt under that, it is
that.
good.
It's something like that.
It is good. It is good. It is good.
And is that even as Bobo Shanti, what I learned too, you know, it's not you know, if it's one thing, like although we always hear King Emmanuel and Chalice and that and this and that. Once we say King Emmanuel, and I seen him walking around the yard with the chalice. And
chalice.
Him hand walking down, and it's more like a secluded thing. You know, it's not a veranda, it's in his house. And because Bobo Shanti different, we definitely not burn in our tabernacle.
No.
You know, even when we having meeting and so reasoning, nobody really burning on them things. No, you know, only maybe nowadays I see one trying them things, but by right, I know, we don't really burning those things. So our burning, as I say burning, because man, not really smoking, but it's a long story.
Sure.
So our partaking is always something secluded. You know, you might see a man wrap his little spliff and kite and walking down the road, but I know that is not the principle neither, for sure. And at least from my seeing it, very few ones would do it, and by the time they reach down the corner, that don't burn off maybe. But Bobo Shanti is not the one you see or should see really in the open smoking. Even when we go out. Even when we go out in mass, you know, see us. Yeah. Go
through. Let them show you, just say, when you done partake, your communion with your chalice, or your kite, as you know, but when I say spliff, kite.
Yes.
You see it, so a man must wash out his mouth.
Yes.
Before him go through the gate, and go on the bus and them thing there, because Bobo so That's why they said that is strict man, them are principle. It's just Bobo just holy and reverence everything that him do. In everything and respect same way. So just like you say that see a man walking in spliff, even a man in himself, you know. That is the man with himself that they will do something and him now gonna make it show up like public and make everyone. But you and yourself as a God in yourself, it's not very a smoke, you go smoke, but it's not that none of your business. But you can see in yourself, say, yeah man, him go hold him look draw and come forward. You see it, him go take him little voice to how him do it, because you remember Baba Shanti saying it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You see it? Right, because you see, in everywhere, the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards is like everyone is always coming, all kind of people come. The Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards within Melchizedek order left it as how we do things in a principle. No one can come and say, oh no, sir, that you are do that. You understand? No one can come and cover with something else. It's set for, not like no people want to walk and say all type of things. It's not set for no one to go with them kind of thing there. But what upon in principle. Because as I show you, you know, if you study the whole fullness of Baba Shanti then, all right, we're talking about the front courts of guest house and, you know, the office and everything. Now, in the back, you find a man gates. Now, if you deal with the fullness of the full principle, visitors that come will stay in guest house if we are the, unless a visitor know the honorary priest ones or a prophet ones, so I might see another gates. But naturally, it's the gates that are guest house visitors going to go. All right. Man minister the members lunch on the Friday. So there's no need for no members. So after I'm gone upon him gates, for the walk up and down around the front unless him have something to do. But him most of them probably seat up him gates, him lunch is there already. Well, so even if him in him gates, I burn him chalice or anything, the front don't know that. Because him upon him gates in him private. A man check the fathers, the same that upon the outskirts walk with him chalice. You enter in him gates, in him domain, in him kingdom. And him coming there as a good brethren, as a partaker, as a fellow one, and him give you half of him sip. That him sipping. In him gates.
In him gates. True, my Lord. Yeah, man, he's a high principle man. And even when you check King Emmanuel principle of it, you know, as I say, a sip from my knowledge, the father would always be willing to share a sip from he can reach in to his palace. All with the daughters them doing it, man. Some daughters that have some story and that's it. But in the king until they knock out, you know, man.
All right.
You know what I mean? All my brethren there. Oh my, the lawyer there, man. Come right here in Antigua for a reparation conference. Oh no. Miguel Lan. Yeah, man, right here in Antigua, me and Miguel Lan reasoning. So I asked Miguel Lan after one of them reasoning. So you know, if you ever meet King Emmanuel, what you talking about? I just be the man liar. Yeah, man say he say here it is, you know. I don't know if I showed you this already. But anyway, he say yeah, man, it's enough chalice he lick with the man until he knock out. Even the man himself does knock out. That's what he said. That's how he put it there. Even the man himself does knock out. He said, but that's a loving man, eh? What a loving man. The time you check him, he just bring a lot of fruits and orange and banana and mango.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so he said mango. So when he said mango now, I say, mango. He said, yeah, mango. I know the item don't eat mango, no, but King Emmanuel give me mango, though. I argue with you. I just learning, you know, I'm not arguing nobody. I am humble. You know, but yeah, even a man like him would show you, you know, is some serious chalice talking over reparation. That's we tell me, you know, they're talking about reparation and legal things. And it's just chalice after chalice after chalice. So you never see a man that can burn chalice, so yeah, you know, once we talk about King Emmanuel have this
always a burning chalice, always
tall cup and
long
Yeah, man, and when you pull that, man, sometimes, you know, you have to pack again for the second man get his dry, you know, because
Yes.
that one dry there clean up the car.
Yeah, well, you hear the elders speak. Yeah, man.
But
And every
I was
elder
meditating.
speak wonderful about the pull I'm get from the Father chalice.
I was meditating if it's the king or if it's just them elders in them time in general. Does, you know what I mean? Because, you know, they have some massive elders, bingy man, and so, you know, that don't play with their agency, you know. Even around here, they have some man that known for drawing the chalice back in the days, you know, but I never hear the kind of, you know, accounts that I hear with King Emmanuel. You know what I mean?
That's the
One said that when
Father.
the father drawing the fire does be running around yeah, running around the country like it's alive.
True, man.
I say, wow.
When you hear another priest quote and someone speak about them moments there, a great joy. Yeah, man. You see, as I was there again, a priest and your reason still, so I just say a principle, and we give thanks to all of them man who from the altar go to the Father and leave the six priests on the altar and go to the Father and even get the hymn and even get a sip. Because you know, say remember, you know, watch the fullness again, because it's a real thing I got through, you know. 7 man down there speak for 1 man up there, you know. You see it, and the leading priest, the head of the service, go up and check the head of heads. You see it, and it's like the angel will get the calls, you know. For the through, you see when you grab the call, the sensor. Yes, so him get the call, them sensor in him and bring it down. You understand? So what the head doing up there, the head down there also get a piece of it.
Yes.
So as a him that upon the altar, you see, same way. And let it off. You know, the ends of the earth. So give thanks to the sip.
Thanks, man. Well, obviously, you know, as I say, you know, even in the earlier, that even as Bobo Shanti, you know, we give thanks, we deal, because once does even one day Bobo Shanti with the smoke herb, and so, you know, I hear that reason already, and it again, I think it just shows the level of principle that King Emmanuel would have taught us. And again, I see that, you know, we losing that. It don't look so maybe to the regular eye because that's the world.
That's the word.
But yeah, we kind of losing that money. That you know, even our sacred whites and so certain things they're not supposed to do.
Selassie, John, Rastafari.
You know,
Give thanks again, please.
yeah,
Yes,
and
my
that
Lord, it's
kind of
true.
gone a little off track now.
Right. You don't smoke in your room.
Yeah, and the thing is now, our one that is not, as you say, the young ones will see it and say, yeah, you know, because even if, well, maybe because I don't burn spliff, that's it. But
Right.
it even, one might feel away here, you know, but even in the red, gold, and green room, to me a spliff look a kind of mistake. I don't know why he just look away to me.
In your red, gold, and green rubber, burn a
Yeah.
spliff.
But I don't, I mean, if I'm free, you know, because I never hear no rule against that, but I know in your white
Sure.
robe, you should
Yeah,
be
but
sure.
it's your churchical garments, you know. Yeah, your churchical garments, and yes, you know, you see, especially your whites, all garments, you know, all garments your robe, but your white is your wedding garment, right? It's not just about yes, him say all your garments spotless, but you're not even supposed to go into the kitchen in your white robe, and is the whole science of it you the burn. Even if you have a chalice and you hold up a chalice over it, depends on how the strong is same way. If you don't mind sharp, you could have all and fire jump out of
Yeah, of
your rope.
course.
You see it? pee hole in your robe and all of them type of thing.
Oh, no.
You see it? You're going at the kitchen and through the day, and you know enough for going at the kitchen, but you probably just want to push and see where they go on and bam, a pot that's drop on you or something. You see it? Are you wearing garments that, you know?
Yes,
So you're not supposed to eat tonight and you eat tonight, you know, and a piece of bread drop on your fritters just drop on you or something just drop on you. You see, you're supposed to go minister. You see, it's just, we're so circumspect when we have on our garments. I say even when you go outside the road, you know, as an I travel in uniform, black over white. Because anytime we go out on the road, it's like it's a mission. We're not eating the mission complete. You see, it's
he complain and all of something.
yeah, no. Well, every man still in himself, but you know, man, holding them principle in himself. A man eat, someone to eat. And bring him thing to eat.
Well,
Yeah,
that discipline is about the black beard. Even in traveling, that's how I learned it early.
Black over white.
Yeah, black over white. Well, I did get it all black, but I guess, yeah, same vibe.
It's good, man. It's good. I just say all black over white, please. It's good.
As a diplomat, you know, diplomatically. But now we just traveling all colors still and pretty up and move, you know.
Yeah, and you know, say it's a power.
And if I tell you a thing, you know, hear this now. Hey, you know, it may stick, you know, because there's a zeal you come in, and I give thanks to far right that I still have that zeal, you know. Because I know one's coming with a zeal, and I can see the zeal can wither away. Even I sometimes when you check yourself, there's even some things they would be sharper in before. And
sure.
why I said that, right? I can remember like the first time I maybe switched and do other things. You know, the first time kind of man does travel. I know the first time my mind kind of say, okay, I can wear something else beside black. You know, the first time that hit me is a picture I saw of the first delegation that went to Africa. And the man was at the airport, and the man had a different type of robes. But as I said, you know, true, we young in the thing, we looking for everything, eh?
True.
Everything, nothing missing eyes. I said, well, look, it's safe, man, enough to wear black. And a simple little thing like that make me saying to myself, well, yeah, man, I can wear a different robe. Not that it's wrong or right, you know, but just to show you how easy you can influence a young mind by just what they see. And maybe man, who they see doing it. Yeah, that's the point I was making it. Yeah.
That is the whole thing again, guys. It's just as I say now, it's not it's not a wrong, right, or judge, but you just see what helps you to take you off of what you was doing.
Right.
It's the same thing now we are in that lead to know how I teach within this order of the priest, because the order of the priest, you know, the priest have an ensemble of set, how him do things. When they do things out of the way, you know, he met the young ones now go away the same way too, because of some film thinking coming also. Oh, we can't do that then. And that seriousness I have to approach the order, you know, taken slightly. It's like anyhow. And it should not be taken slightly. You know, everything is circumspect, because remember, this is a standard. This is the man of standard. This is Melchizedek. This is Melchizedek order. Everything, as I say, it have a way how we deal with it, because there's a powers in everything, which the powers is in us if we follow the principle, the method. So we become methodical with the thing. We just move like that. Because what is taught in the classroom is that's supposed to go through the ends of the earth. It's like when King Lalibela go up and go learn and come set it forward. So that is the whole principle of to have Jerusalem schoolroom. Because righteousness have to cover the earth like a water cover the sea.
Yeah, man, positive.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not gonna keep it here forever, but I want to put something else with the smoking thing. since we're on the smoking and how Bobo Shanti discreet and everything, I want to put something to you, and maybe you could we're streaming on the YouTube, I think, for the last 10 minutes too, eh? So
All
just
right.
down to the YouTube family and family and the YouTube member. This is really a radio annual exclusive, you know? So remember, every
Right.
Sunday we're right here, 8 p.m. sharp still, you know, although we usually still put it on the YouTube maybe a couple days after, but get it fresh and hot and after, you know, straight off
Yes,
the
sir.
press one. Live and direct. Yeah, but you know, we just do the chalice talk and everything, you know, and even as we touching the chalice, man, one can even check our brethren, Prophet Jah Daniel, for them chalices, you know.
Celeste, yeah.
We really do too much advertising and welcome to the house of priest, but still, let's make a little exception and to be talking about the chalice, you know, just give thanks to the man, Prophet Jah Daniel, the chalice. Yeah, we keep it so too, you know, we're doing advertising on this program, my lord, you know, let's keep it away there. Yeah, but so yeah, next I would say high ranking elder. He didn't really come to me directly, but he went to some different sources, and he was very displeased of my expression of the chalice and you know and the YouTube and thing. Come to me. So he said, you know, I mean that's not King Emmanuel thing. King Emmanuel never go on TV and be burning a chalice, etc. Although he didn't bring the word to me, I took the word. I took it right away too. I said, all right. You know what I mean? And I actually stopped doing that for a long while. And but I said I even show the audience that I'm gonna just inquire about it. You know, but I didn't really push that. I didn't really push it. I just stopped. I just eased off. But then I came around to inquiring of, you know, some other elders, a few ones. And I basically got the same answer. Once understood what the other elder was saying. But from their perspective, there is a different time right now. And, you know, this is a different world and different type of people scoping you out, and ones need a little more, you know, cause one even explained the way that I explained the chalice to the nation then, guy, which maybe I do program where I explain it and show it to you. Even show you how to smoke it too, you know, how to dry it properly and how to meditate and so on. So ones were telling me, well, that's like a class you give it, you know, so everything is just understanding really. But I still never really went back to that rapid fire that I was on before. You know, when it was almost like customary to see me bust out the curtain with the chalice. I still keep it on a temporal level there, kind of, on a kind of calm level. And, you know, I don't know how you look at that, though, especially to show you both sides. And we're going to soon seal up, too. Mm.
Yeah, give thanks to the works of the eye in honor praise. Yeah, enough works the eye manifest, and there is a teacher in all its form, you see. So we give thanks for the most right and the King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, who come and teach and I have God in flesh, you know, and give thanks to human rights and everything, you see. So teaching, because a classroom, you know, them tell about the illustrative elder also. You see, it's I just as we speak about the classroom a while ago, because you see, everything is start within the classroom, you know. Even up on the altar, you know, you'll read in the book, and man will expound upon the chalice upon the altar. I know it works also. But there will be no chalice at that time on the altar.
I know, you. Of course.
You
They
see
can't,
it,
yeah.
right. So within the classroom of the I as an honorary priest, and what the I do, demonstrating, I personally don't have a problem with that. You see it now. If it's just to be honest and just every minute, just is a different realms that also. You see? Because sometimes something can distract the listeners, the viewers of the message that is going on. And as I said, the eye say within the eye self, the eye more discreet and know you deal with it. You see it? And it come all the way again, the same thing we say as Bobo Shanti, or we might do it in the yard, so in everywhere. So yeah, man, because it's good for one to know the fullness, because many remember years, young youth will just come, because all I know come as youth. So sometimes, even sometimes people probably never remember saying was a youth, and all I know they come like that. So man will just come in and pick up the chalice and just start, and just like how man might be just playing the music and not just playing, but not really get the fullness of what in playing. It sound good to him in his ears, but to know what him playing and them thing, him see a different realms of it. So not just pulling the chalice, but getting a different view of it. You will get it also. So teaching a one the fullness of the chalice and what everything represent is a great teaching in the classroom. It's a great teaching in the classroom, and it have to be demonstrated, because every priest have its profession also. It's a carpenter, and one is a physician, one is a fitness teacher, and they're different fields. In their different fields, this is how they have to move in their different fields. You see it? But when man come also in the time of the order where man on the altar, and this is the heights of everything. That we can never prove the delights of his love until all on the altar we lay. See, yes, so is it yes, so that's the whole thing. Is Melchizedek? You see, Melchizedek priest is a real superhero thing, When people talk about superhero, a real superhero.
Yeah, man.
You see it, so yeah, but the base, that is why the base of King Emmanuel Charles Edward Jerusalem Schoolroom is a base where, and if you take it up, you see when you have a mission and then man then send for that man, they don't rest and send for that man and get a call because of mission. And so the base of King Emmanuel is it bring those angels together for a mission. It always bring. Because you see, another priest is that from prophet to priest to embrace Melchizedek order. It's Melchizedek. It's not about just the altar alone. Everything is Melchizedek order. So the banner, man, there's nothing I will speak of that is not manifesting. And there's nothing I will speak of where we shouldn't be manifesting. So if I and I minister as priests, we minister to the best of our ability when we be on the altar. In everything we do, not just on the altar, but from there it will start and everything. That means the more I and I sink into the order of the altar of ministering, it make I and I be more awareness in ourselves when we come off of the altar, because we feel more like we in service, and we always in service, like we just a traveling service, a traveling tabernacle. So it bring upon a different levels. And the banner, man, when the man says 4 wings of earth, you're not joke thing in a place. Them when you hold the banner is a different thing again. That is why them tell us even East God. Let me show you. When I just come to the foundation, he say, is he either a leading priest or hold it? But is a priest or hold it? Acting priest or probably a leading prophet. No, any man just get crowned in world yards.
Wow.
You see it? Because East God is also a man.
Think that deep,
that held the altar.
You know why that, of course, definitely, without a doubt. Yes. Okay, yeah, you hit that. No, I get you. It's true. That's, yeah, definitely. But you know what I was coming to, what catch me there is because it has become a part of our culture now. It actually in the culture that even those again coming in, because they're concerned about it. You know what the culture is? All you need a leading priest and a prophet, That's the culture, That's how you see it. A leading priest and a prophet, as if prophet. Like, yeah, we know a priest can hold the guard, but It's just customary. It has become customary that a prophet is who rises. But you're saying now it wasn't customary, so just like just as
Not
before.
just any prophet, As I say, it could be a leading prophet because
Okay, true.
even you see, even Prophet Matty, Priest
Yes, of
Matty,
course, yeah. That
Africa,
move
Priest
out there.
Matty is known as an ancient East God.
Yeah.
And if you rise early enough, you can go get that from an average and Matty there. Give thanks, you're good enough. When you hear enough elder talk and show say East God, that it's when the East God.
Oh.
I remember one morning I get up early and Jamati never come yet. And I get the first time about the East God, all the West God. But come right after I get Jamati.
Yeah.
And Jamati asks me and you see when them it's like the order is a thing that people get anointed and get blessed in different ways. It's like different ways. Every angel can tell you when this elder did say something to him, how him did feel. So it's a blessing, When a man bring a good tidings to you and put you on that journey there, when see you like it wasn't gonna be him there forever, but him you understand? Yeah, like how Marcus Garvey say, him King Emmanuel say Marcus Garvey give him the red, black, or green, and him hold it a water. They say put it in him hand. So when Jamatia say and tell us, make sure you hold it good, You see it and tell us no make certain thing come true. And those another priest Isaiah go bring the service and priest Franklin. I can't forget that. Cause them up on the altar by around 4:30. Them up on the altar sit down long time. You see them sit down on the altar long time. Man and man come in. And priest pops and man come in early out. Man sit down on the altar and man up on the altar and priest Franklin I said time now at around 2 minutes to the 5 and the priest said no, not yet. Now do it before it. And then say everybody get up. And everyone get up now. And when everyone get up now, the 7 banner get up and just start move now in the tabernacle from red, black, and green. It start and come down now. And say, because when you see the thing again, the priest, another mystic. You see, anytime you're there, if you even left your watch, and you see, you know, say time was near. When them banner get up and start, you know, say it's 5 o'clock. The ship ready for sail. Ship ready for sail. And the man said, touch that. And the service start, priest. Priest said, I love that service. That I will always remember that service here. For the ancients give me a blessing and then nice now priest. It's the first time I ever hear the thing there, the hymn, the chorus. Call them Emmanuel, call them. And when I realize there is a powers when you hold this thing here. Know that you're calling a duty and use your mind and do what you're calling a duty for true. You know that's you're holding a guard. You're doing what it says you're supposed to be doing. You seize up the saints them. If you need them, call them. Listen to what them say upon the altar and put it out there with the banner. Call them. Concentrate at your post what you're doing. Guys, a serious thing, priest. Everything within the order is real.
And Priest Matty is the original ganja man for the father.
That is the man. Him tell I say the father like them man nowadays with them high grade and them thing there. Him say the sense me in I love the one with the seed and them thing there and go get and come forward. So when someone have some different thing and them thing there, you see it? But I tell a long time.
If you have seen the man the one.
Him tell me personally say, yeah. And when the father come and them thing and if him take it first set him take out it, I give honorary priest just as them and embroider them for them share.
Wow.
You see it?
Wow. Man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man.
As I say, them even, but as I say, things, the custom now, yeah, they're not deep, boy. That whole account you give there, you know, your whole like banner there. Yeah, it's a priest, pops, and who's the rise service there again?
Another priest, Isaiah.
Isaiah, yeah. That'll be Ethiopia.
Yeah, man. Another priest, Isaiah. Priest Franklin. I remember I said the man there was a man that was get beaten at the whole Carl incident also too, you know. The man they get locked up. Yeah. I'm sure you say when him locked up, it was Hebrews chapter 11 that keep them faith. I had them reading at the service. Yeah, I hate him reading when I'm in a jail.
He was chatting with King Emmanuel that time?
No, those time the Carl incident.
Yeah.
When they beat Rastafari, bust them into time them, yes, man. But as I say, priest is a real thing, you know. There are many angels because you see, it was honorary priest Archibald one every time say something to I. Because it's a mighty angel. It's them angel here. When it's them angel, you see all Bannon, them 4 angel, and priest Archibald, priest Bradley, priest Tony.
Who priest Archibald? The priest Archibald I know on it, man.
Yeah, man, same honorary priest Archibald, man. Them angels here, you know. 4 wings, do the first, Charlie. You know, yeah.
The first resurrected them and say he be.
Yeah, man. So when I speak to that angel, because it's an angel, I have enough respect for her. Why, as a young youth, I come. Because when you have a young youth, I tell you about something we are in, and I tell you about the heights we're in this thing here. As a young youth, a different level. And Priest Archibald, I said, yeah, man. And I explained to him about the wind. And he said, yeah, man, anything you want, you can do it, man. And I said, oh. So you see that, you feel that for yourself too, and him start while him join, and I say, you see that for yourself too, all right, I give thanks to see it, my Lord. I give thanks to see it. So them angel, they make you get a deeper meditation in holding the band and everything. You see it, and the man I show you like the calling of the wind. The calling from where on the sun, watch the wind walk, come through and pass. At the air, it's mystic.
Man. I'm glad they do that, man. I'm glad you because not one's listening, you know, and I'm glad you highlighting that role, even if you don't hit them now for the future of that East God and the God in general, because there is a next culture that going away. Many times I just want to actually hold the East God, but it's only because I guess my service is needed some other how.
Yes.
Like I can't know, man, you can't go do that. You have to do this, make some other man do that, man. But you know, the God dancing, but I can't remember I ever hold a God and dancing. I don't care how hot the service getting. Like God, I looking all around, you know, bush and some moving. I feel like you know me, like I God in His Majesty Palace here.
Yeah, man.
Well, sometimes
you're so serious, God. You're talking.
No, I don't. Me personally, I don't like to say God. If I on the altar, and especially if I close to the God, I can say, my Lord, take it easy. I'm gonna be the God, and nobody's supposed to walk up. People walking up on God and God dancing.
No,
I have to touch the God. And,
no,
sorry, princess.
You see, please, remember, you know, your eyes supposed to be like that.
Even the God have his shirt out the pants, you know.
No.
You can see that down to the white robe. So,
no, you see, but immediately, that is why it said, no, eyes before and eyes behind.
True.
You see it, so once the eye see that, I and available, I just walk over. The spirit just walk over to that spirit there, and you can know, see your shirt out of your pants. You need to go and change that, you understand? Because the East God must be circumspect himself. That's how the tabernacle stay. All right. The East God go upon him banner. And if he might dance, that man say my rock. You see the person who come through, I just put in Jerusalem school.
Well, a rock. All right.
No, what I'm saying, no, I just put in something now. Jerusalem school room, looking in the tabernacle, True God. From the person come through the gate, the north, come through this, and the north banner see him and spot him. Because from this, it's like when people say they might go through airport. I King Emmanuel Charles Edward first have them type of thing there, where they see and they scan you down from early, but living thing, not even the technology and them thing there.
That's true.
And the banner man will scope you out from early and say, well, regular, turn down ready now. That'll come. Bam, bam. That'll come. When the north yard put himself in and send and beckon to him east yard, because them are corresponding. It's like no one stand up like a statue in it there. You know? Even if a man say it nothing is supposed to pass. When him comes up and him look on him east yard supposed to go in a different motion now of scanning.
Right.
Once him bend the corner there, if he come on that edge of the tabernacle, if he come where the priest is bright, so him start scanning shirt out of pants.
Right over.
Yeah, chopper rate upon your hand right there, so. You have a little thing on your shirt right there, so. Turn down where thing you have right there, so. As him come and him pray, if he may even pray yet, but he might pray at this and come close to you, just go in your corner and supposed to well on your banner, and you speak to him, properly.
Yeah, man.
That is how, personally, it was a joyful East Yard praise.
Yeah,
when you are blessed, the angel them go through. You meet in the congregation. You and the congregation is one, and you are the congregation that pass through.
Yes, sir.
You're supposed to send in that congregation in the service with a joy.
Yes, sir.
You understand? So pleasantly you're supposed to speak to that person, unless that person come to fight. As an air priest, John says, some spirit, let go.
Yeah.
That person, when you finish with that person, supposed to say, Honorable my Lord, give thanks to life, so and so. Yes, my Lord, everything's blessed. Give thanks this Sabbath. But Honorable, you know, say the eye shirt out of your pants. My Lord. You see, if him never wear, him look, my Lord, yes. He say, my see to your left while you watch and them thing. Just take your time when you come to service in the morning, my Lord, Honorable. And you give him a little joy with it and them thing the same way. Him look for you. I want to you. If the next man like him, I body him up. I saw on the left on the yard all the time and so you can't deal with that as a yard. You come to save the saints. Yeah. Sabbath service is a clean up morning to strengthen a man who get battered through the week, battered last month, battered last year, with battered spirit that come. From before him coming at the service, I make him feel good.
So the guard is like a receptionist. The guard's supposed
to
clean.
The guard at the receptionist, the guard at the immigration, the guard at the custom officer, everything at the guard. Go me tell you how long you can. At the guard. I make you know if you can't come in at the service.
Yes,
and if you escape and come in at the service and there are certain guard come on, because you have certain guard, you know. Him coming and him holding banner in him, just start scan down the entire service, you know. And him all beckon to the man on the front bench and said, call a virgin there, call him to me. And you start showing him a shirt out and pants and you start giving the action and a man say, and carry him outside. You're scanning down the whole service. You listening to the service that you know, so when that man them miss track, you supposed to tell the 70 man on the altar, say, my Lord, bam. You don't observe the service away that's even, because remember the priest upon the altar know which hymn book to tear up, which hymn book stays so, what and what stays so. So sometimes him what upon the altar know certain thing, and him what upon the banner say, my Lord, don't make the man them sing it out of that, better them sing it out of the ancient and modern. Because an angel might have come in from afar, you know. Long time he not come in, but he might carry the service, but he give them out of that one day. But like with Jerusalem, the golden, you want to sing it out of the sacred songs and soul. It is different. But you're going at the ancient modern or the Black Christ salvation, him and sing it. So
really
these God observe all of them things there. Is a man who aware and him keep the service alert.
Some man feeling there's a hole and flagging.
No.
Especially
you know, hear the powers in the flag priest and the priest them culture. So that's yeah, man, it's true. You're talking, priest.
Yes, my Lord, we give thanks, you know. Give thanks to the strength. I see we just looking at the time here, don't know waits and no man. Powerful reason this evening, I tell you, of a strength. I think gone out throughout the earth, as they say, 4 winds universal. Yeah, enough strength, a lot of comprehension, a lot of understanding, and many things dealing with this order here. Especially that last, not especially, the whole piece, or the whole program, but that last piece there that we just come down with the Royal Guard, that has to be a strength. Because again, that's what the Congress need right now. It's a kind of looking at some of these ancient principles and a lot of things that are just kind of slipping away culturally. Some simple little things, but simple things can become big things, after a moment, after a while, Yeah, so many different things. As I say, God, sometimes we clapping in the service and a God will make a man passing. God make the man passing.
Nah, man. We finish clap.
Yeah, I tell you. So even then now, God, that's the type of God now. You yourself have to scan the service and help the God, because sometimes you have to say, wait, who passing here? I say, God,
eyes before, eyes behind.
Yeah, eyes before. So it's a growing thing, man. It's a growing thing, but
True, man.
still we need, even a video. They have a video there on the YouTube. I don't know if I have to see that, man. It's one of them video from the brethren, Ras Extra, and Ras Extra was the video there, one of them celebration video, and Priest Macho. I don't know if he was prophet them time, but he was playing the kettle, so the whole service hot, eh? So this guy now, I show you guys in this video. The man dancing away till his turban come off. I don't know if you guys see that. Dancing and he going back and the man turban. I can tell you who was carrying the service. Priest Neil was carrying the service.
Yeah.
And the man turban come off till he rests down the banner, he lean up the banner and the pose and wrap his
lean up the banner.
I can anytime I look for that video. He on the Bridging channel, man. Ras Extra. What the man channel name there,
Pardon me.
Yeah, Ras Cash Extra, man. Yeah,
Yes, man.
You know the bubble. Yeah, he
lean at the banner.
Yeah, man. Right on the video, man. I positive. He just lean it on the post. I wrap his turban.
And the one never in the service then.
But I don't think none of the priests them on the altar seated, okay, watching the video good, So no man really look to the side. I believe if a man look to the it's a wait, but I can't put down the banner. Yeah, man, I can find it and send it to the eye, man. I positive. I know I'm crazy, I positive, man. I watch it several times and say, wow, look at this, man. Because I use that as an example, for what we're talking about. This thing about this
dancing on the banner.
Yeah, broke out till the turban dropping off.
Piece broke out.
With the banner,
a meditation.
I can look for it, man. Like that, I keep on looking at yeah. That Priest Matthew, I know when Priest Matthew and he on fire.
Fire and fire.
So you just like an understand. Oh no, my God, man.
Fire.
Yeah, man, turban come out.
Yeah.
Man, lean that up, man. Lean it up. I never see that. I say, wow, look at that.
Then them say the angels would tell you that if I hear the angel when I tell you before, say, man used to carry them rod go tabernacle.
The rod.
Rod.
Yeah, we have to lean it up outside now. I hear that.
No. Man never tell us say them used to in service with the rod.
Yes.
But true, sometimes man I jump up on them till them man get lick with the rod.
Then I have to leave it outside.
I will leave it outside. When some angel on fire, there's some angel on fire, brother, please. Yeah, some angel on fire.
Yeah. Watching a whole video there. An ancient video there. I don't know if it's Empress Phyllis has seen that video there, boy. She's spinning around.
Yeah, man. Around. I see now being reach people, man. As I said, them jump up in the year and Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Some terrible fire. Go through.
I go send there the video. Yes, my lord, give thanks for this evening proceedings, Give thanks to the Black Christ leading us through. And I know it's a strength that, I know many ones will get a strength from this. Give thanks, man, as it says, they soon be over, really, it's the gospel going all over the world. But of course, go again.
Preaching of the gospel.
Yeah, soon be over, right?
All over the world.
Yeah, that's what I do.
4 wings of earth.
So that's what we do here. And to me, all what we doing here in this internet thing is a fulfillment of that little chorus there. Because when the chorus was being sung, nothing like this going on yet.
It's true, man. But it's soon over all over the world.
Yeah, man.
Publish and conceal not.
Yes, that. Publish and conceal not. Yes, my lord, so give thanks, Go through.
Yeah, because I just say, let God arise, Is that them 3 Psalms we read, let God arise and let his enemies scattered. You see, them Psalms we read every morning. You see it? The Lord gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. You see, it's a publish and conceal not.
Yeah, man. Publishing is a big thing.
It's a big thing, man. Publish and conceal not your voice. Let it be heard. Open up the mouth and speak for the dumb.
The book of, one of them other book. I can't remember which book, boy. One of them, either Obadiah, one of them. Have a nice one. Not the pen. Oh, you go, my hand is the pen I've already right. Another one there. That one about.
That's Psalms.
Yeah, that's the Psalms, right? But one in one of those, as they call them, minor prophets. If it's Obadiah, Nahum, one of them say, take a pen, write it upon, I think it's a scroll, he say, that he that readeth shall run.
Yes.
I want you right there, some boy. He that readeth shall run. That sounds serious.
Yeah, man, serious thing, man. Run. Is that, you see that run is just like when the angel will tell us, once listen carefully.
Marcus.
With Marcus Garvey, run through the village. You see it? And tell it, because they have to tell as it is, my lord, because people are run with it, And I want ones might not think, even to this day and age, even all over in this technology here, that's still going on in the continent also, where angels show the continent is such a big place, where man far away, where man take it.
It's true.